Yeah, no question. Well, we came in and I told my staff, we wanted to rev it up a little bit more than we've been doing, and it's just it's tough with so many newcomers to try to throw the system and the up tempo, and it was easy to do it from the start, but to maintain it is a little bit of a challenge. So, we just felt that we needed to, really push the ball, really attack the basket, get it down the floor, get to the offensive glass, and really push it. And I thought that was a real pivotal part of the game. I thought our defense, we went man and we went zone because Kevin got into some trouble, defensive fouls. And I thought our defense, we switched up a couple of different times, a couple of different defenses, and I thought that was pivotal. But, it was definitely a gritty game for us. I thought our bench was real important for us. We got 16 bench points. We got 20 points off of turnovers, 15 second chance points, and 9 fast break points. I mean, those are the things that we have to, when you're part of a rebuilding process, those types of things are going to be real important for us. And again, it was definitely a very, very good win for us. But the other thing is we made shots. I mean, Kassius comes in, and that's what I told our guys. As we were preparing for these guys yesterday, I told Kevin, I said, Kev, I need you to play how you played against Fairfield. I told Crumpton, I said, Crumpton, I need you to play how you played against Ryder the first game. And then Kassius, who had a really, a poor shooting game against Iona, I just told him, I said, you got to keep shooting. Then I spoke to Keifer and I said, Keifer, I need you to be more aggressive, with attacking the basket. And we need everybody, you know what I mean? We need everybody to kind of be on their game.
The fact that they played 4 games in 8 days, is that the reason you pressed them because, to try and exploit that, or did you want to go in that direction anyway?
We wanted to go in that direction anyway. I mean, because we need to do that. I think that we did it. When we played Quinnipiac, we did it the second time around with playing against teams as far as getting the ball down the floor. We did it for Manhattan with being a lot more aggressive with attacking the basket. We did it with Maris the first time around. We need to get it down the floor. We need to push it.
You can't be over-reliant on the half-court game.
Yeah, you just can't because it's kind of like too slow and it's too, and plus, yeah, and you get the physicality that some of these teams have. I mean, Josiah, he was a very good player for us last year. I mean, you're talking about a guy that, he played for me 3 years, and he had a physical presence inside, and he can make things happen. So now you lose him, and now you got to fill it with, combination of guys. And then, with the guards that we lost with Jeremiah Williams and then Zach Lewis, I mean, those guys were starters, but they were good players. I mean, plus they had experience the year before, for the most part. So, that's why I told you, we're continuing to piece this together and try to put this together. But as a coach, you got to keep thinking the glass is half full, not half empty. And you got to keep thinking the next game, the next situation. And, that's what I am. I mean, I'm a positive coach. I'm a positive guy, and I'm an optimistic guy. And just keep trying to move forward,
Kassius, just kind of, what do you think, not just today, but his whole season? I mean, he's doubled his scoring average. What do you think about his development as a sophomore?
Well, he's kind of thrown in the fire real quickly. You know what I mean? And
I mean, this year, thrown into the fire as a lead, he's got to take a leading
yeah,
role.
oh, no question. Yeah, no, he's thrown in the fire, and again, you know, it's when you're coming off the bench, it's a little bit different when you're the co-pilot. Now you're the pilot, you know, and I think that's happened to Jamal too, and that's why we kind of, you know, putting Keifer in there to try to take some of the pressure off of him, because again, you know, these guys want to be successful so bad, but you know, you need to make it a group. You need to make it a team. The team is greater than the parts. In the past, we had the parts. Now, all of a sudden, we got a group of guys, and, you know, they're progressing. They're progressing. And I got to be patient with the process. You know, do I want to win every game? Yeah. But I also know that we're going to have ups and downs, because this is kind of the full year for Phil, for Crump, for Kassius, for Jamal, for Keifer, Malcolm. I mean, every guy, we really haven't had consistency.
Getting back to Kassius, though, I mean, last year, again, he was a big player, was like riding the bus, not driving the bus.
Yeah.
And he shot a very respectable 38% from three-point range. Now he's taken a lot of those Zach Lewis shots, and he's shooting 40%. He's shooting a good. You got to be happy with his shooting.
No question. But here's the thing, Mark. We turned them over 17 times. You know, we have to play this way. We got to press. We got to up-tempo. We got to use the bench. We got to keep. And I told the bench, you know, you guys got to be ready. We're not just throwing you in there to just fill a void. We need bodies. And I thought, like I said, I thought Kassius, even Ronnie. We threw Ronnie in there. Just the physicality of him going against that big kid. But again, it didn't hurt us. You know, it didn't hurt us. And, you know, it's just a team of, you know, we're building, you know, for the future. We're building for the playoffs. And, you know, again, every game in this conference, it's gritty. I mean, it's a junkyard dog league. I mean, you see the athletes and you see the players. I mean, these guys could play. I mean, look at the wins that these guys have. You know what I mean? And, you know, I mean, they got 10 wins. We got 11 wins. I mean, you know, they got 6 league wins. We got, you know, 6 league wins. I mean, it's a dogfight. And they got 4 seniors, you know, for the most part, that are proven, because they're coming off a winning season last year. So that's, you know, that's the difference is we're trying to put the puzzle together with the pieces, and yet they got 4 seniors that are very, very good, and they can score the ball. So, you know, it's just.
Have you ever seen Kassius? Just first of all, you guys lost 4 straight. Just how key is this to you know, kind of get back on track?
This is a big win, not only for like just our record, just for the team morale, especially. But you know, we said in the locker room we can't get too high on highs, can't get too low on lows, so we're just taking it one game at a time.
You know, just kind of talk about your game. I don't know if did you catch him at any point? Although some of those threes falling back into the bench there. You know, just talk about what went right in your shooting game.
Yeah, I had you know, a pretty poor shooting game against Iona, so you know, I just tried to stay confident. Coach was trying to tell me to shoot the ball. There was a couple times I passed up a couple threes in the first half and one in the second half, but I just found my rhythm, and you know, I do what I do.
He mentioned that he told you, like, in the last day or in between the game, that, you know, he wanted you to keep shooting it, right? I mean,
Yeah.
So he kind of pulled you aside and said, Drew's got to shoot.
Yeah, he definitely ingrained it into my head.
You know, just looking at last year, you kind of were an off-the-bench guy. Zach was the lead outside shooting guy. And you kind of taken up a bunch of those shots that he was taking last year. I mean, you shot 38%, I think, last year from 3, which is respectable. And you tripled your shots, and you're shooting 40%. Just kind of, how do you feel about your perimeter shooting and what's going on? Going in year 2.
Yeah, it's definitely something I've been working on, of course. I mean, I've always worked on my shot ever since I've been a young kid. Also, just kind of developing my game as a whole too. You know, not just falling in love with the three. I got to try to get myself going with some, you know, easier baskets like I did today. I got some good layups in transition and some off steals and turnovers. But in general, it's just, you know, about taking good shots, especially. I'm shooting a good percentage because I feel like I'm good at getting open, felt the ball. And I got guys who are really good at finding me. Malcolm, Phil, Crump, Bleak, they're all really good at passing out of the post too. So, yeah, a lot of that percentage is you know, credit to them. They're just finding me when I'm open.
Keifer, your 2-second pretty good game in a row here. Just kind of what's going right for you?
Coach has just been on me, telling me to stay aggressive. I'm just trying to be more aggressive and just find my rhythm. It's obviously thanks to the guys finding me and having trust in me and me believing in myself too.
You guys feel like when you press them more, obviously today there was a lot of press, how does that affect are you guys a better team when you press?
Yeah, especially when it's working. I mean, we had 20 points off turnovers today. So, and I don't know, I want to say more than half of those came out of the press.
And where's the other team down too, obviously, you know,
Yeah.
so they have to go deeper in their bench. And they don't just get to walk the ball up the court. They got to think about us now. So it plays a mental game too.
Yeah. They played a bunch of games in the last couple of days, so I know that they're tired and it was a good decision today, obviously press, but going forward against a team who's ready to go, or is that still viable to do more of?
Yep. Yeah, we got to start pushing the tempo like we were doing at the beginning of the year. Coach is telling us, you know, against the first game of the year, we played Hofstra. First, you know, stretch of our games, we were in the 80s, 90s, scoring-wise, and we got to get back to that. We got to get back to pushing the ball and pressing guys and speeding up the game because that's where we're best.
Did you know him? Did you know each other?
Unfortunately, not.
Nah, this guy's he's too old.
You're the same. Are you the same? No, are you the same?
I'm a junior. He's a sophomore.
Okay.
Oh yeah, well yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah. He's from Brampton too, so that's far.
It's a better part of town.
Nah, that's
you know.
Yeah, you know, like early in the season, it seemed. Can you talk about you know, coming to a new team, finding your role? It looks like you're more confident about knowing, okay, now you know, take it. Whereas early in the season, maybe you're deciding, you know, should I go? Should I not drive? Should I pass to my teammates? What do you think about that?
Honestly, I've been to a lot of schools, so I'd figure that I would have got this down by now. But no, I mean, being a starter, I have more of a vocal presence, and I just have more of a leadership type presence, and I gotta, if I'm not talking, I just gotta demonstrate it by going out there and just being aggressive. And it's like again, it's just coach and the players just believing in me.
I've been telling them too from the beginning of the season. It's gonna change halfway through the season. It's not gonna be the same from the start of the season to the end of the season. Just like me last year, you know, I was sitting a lot in the beginning of the season, and towards the end of the season, like things can change like that. And you know, he's an amazing player, like especially in practice too. He's always working. So I always tell him from the beginning of the season that shit's gonna change, stuff's gonna change. So you know, be ready, and he's ready.
You know, with you coming up, obviously somebody's got to not start then. So, Kassius, I guess, do you think Jamal was he pressing a little bit? Is he taking it well? Having like just less responsibility to produce?
Yeah, Jamal is a really unselfish player. He's a really good guy too. He knows that he was having trouble with his confidence for a couple games. So we're trying to, you know, help him with that too, especially. And he's on his way back for sure. He's on his way up. Off the court, on the court, you could tell that, you know, he's gonna start, you know, doing what he does best, going to the glass hard like he was today, and you know, finishing layups like he usually does. So, you know, I'm not worried about him at all. He's gonna come back.